Hey y'all, it's Jacob from Savant, and I want to quickly, in this video, show you how to use our brand new Explode tool. So, to sum it all up before I even get into the weeds in this analysis, we're going to use the Explode tool to perform cross joins. So, what does that mean? If you haven't used a cross join before, basically what it is, and again, it's a terminology that, data scientists and data analysts use. So if you haven't used it, don't worry, I've been there. But basically what a cross join does is it allows us to take all of the rows of data in one data set and join them with all of the possible combinations of rows in another data set, right? We're joining two data tables together. So instead of like what us Excel users might call a VLOOKUP, or what, our Savant users might, perform a blend on, where we're going to actually look up one value in one column and find it in another value in another column. We're just going to say, hey, imagine as if all of the values from one table match all the values in another table. And it's going to give us every single possible combination of values between the two tables. So if you have one table of 10 records and you have another table of another 10 records, if we were to use a perfect blend and we had a perfect inner join, we'd get a total of 10 rows of data. But in this case, we're actually going to get 100 rows of data because we're taking all of the rows of data from our first data set of 10 rows and all of our data from our second table of 10 rows and combining every single combination together, okay, which would give us a total of 100 rows of data. So let me show you exactly what we're going to be doing here. In this case, and you might, and like as an analyst, like I totally get, especially if you're new into analytics, why that might be applicable. So I'm going to show you a quick use case which I experienced in the real world, and here I've narrowed it down into two tables with, like, at most I think we're going to be working with 20,000 rows of data and just a few columns, just so you can really understand the concept. So basically the challenge that I once had was I had to figure out a combination of products and basically analyze what different types of combinations can I create that I can apply a 10% discount on, but still have the customer spend about $400 in that combination of products, right? So in this example, what I've done is I've created a data set of 2,000 different products. Now, these are really random types of products, and you could just see that, our categories are random, and I just included some product underscore of a name, and each product has its base price, okay? And now I could round the base prices, but in this case, I'm just gonna keep it at the base price that, our margin allowed us to set. In my second table, I have, and again, I've only limited it down, but I have accessories, and in this case, I think it should only be 10 accessories in total. And what we do here is we're going to say these accessories somehow or another can be sold at a discount with our products. If we can find a combination of accessory and product that we could sell to our customer that will retail for over $400, then we can take 10% off. Okay, and at the time, this was being done for whatever reason, whatever sale was going on at the time. So you might say, well, how can I do that? Well, I want to say, well, let's first create every single possible combination of product and accessory. So I'm going to go to my products, okay? And I'm going to use my tool menu to navigate to our brand new Explode tool, okay? I'll connect our second table to it. And I'll use a little shortcut to auto lay out my canvas so it looks nice. If I click on the Explode tool to configure it, to tell it what to do, I'll notice that there's actually no configuration. All I have to do is select apply. Now, as we know in Savant, we're going to be looking at our first 1,000 row sample. To see up to 100 megabytes worth of data, I'll click Analyze. And I'll let Savant quickly process to show me that total combination of all of my products and accessories coming out to 20,000 rows, right? I have 2,000 rows of products. I have 10 different accessories. So if I'm going to take all of my 2,000 rows of products and all of my 10 accessories and come up with every single possible combination I can together to sell them with, I'll come out with 20,000 different scenarios. And that's like a lot of data to manually create in Excel. So I'll quickly then do a little bit of math. So I'm going to add a transform tool onto my canvas, And let's just close my preview window, and I'll create a new column, and I'm gonna call this column total price, right? And then I'll just go in and say, let's take our base price and add our accessory price to it. Cool, awesome. I'll hit confirm. Now I'll say, okay, well, I wonder if there are any instances, and let me move my face, but I think we'll be able to see that our total price right there. And of course I did it right in the middle of the transform tool, so let's see if that was actually smart. And we'll call this product discount, okay? And I'm just gonna make a quick, I'm gonna actually use Savant Copilot, and I'm gonna say, if the total price is greater than or equal to 400, true, otherwise false. And let's see if we create this quick boolean of a field. Okay, well, that didn't work out as expected, so let's just write it out then. Case when total price is greater than, we'll just say is less than 400, then false, else true, and we'll just close that in an end. Okay, so it looks like Copilot, it had nothing to do with Copilot, it has everything to do with me and my questioning. Okay, and I'll go ahead and I'm going to add another column, and we'll just say, let's apply that discount. So discounted price, and I'll just say, okay, if product discount is true, then apply a 10% discount to the total price. Let's see what happens. Okay, we'll try it again. Savant Copilot. It's a little bit easier of a question. So if product discount equals true, we're going to say the total price times 0.9. Otherwise, just give me the total price. That looks pretty good to me. We'll use the Savant Copilot suggestion in that case. And then I'll go ahead and just send a quick filter to say, does the product discount equals true? Ooh, I'm going to turn my video off. Equals true. I'll hit apply. And that's it. Now I have all the different scenarios, then I'll just go ahead and I'm going to send this out to my marketing team, or at the time I sent it out to our marketing team and said, hey, work with sales to get these advertisements out there that we're going to sell product 100 with accessory 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? But not 10, I guess. And all this work I was able to do like really quickly. So again, the main takeaway here is that the Explode tool is going to perform that cross join, but I'm going to say cross join. We don't have to hear my accent there, but we'll use that to then process any analysis that we're working with. In this case, it was to create all the combinations of products and accessories. But you can imagine how much you can. Now, the only limitation I'm going to say is out there right now with the Explode tool is that you can only use the Explode tool with one data set that has as many rows as you need, but the second data set, so at least one of the data sets, has to have a minimum of 10 or less rows of data in it. If not, we're just going to create these huge data sets that take way too long to process and just probably are a waste of space and time. So I'm really excited. I know the entire Savant team is really excited to see how the community and our users use our new Explode tool. So please be in touch. Make sure you comment on the video, comment on the post in our user community, and reach out if you have any other questions. We're here to help. So have a great afternoon.